Late September, we revealed that two Prince George's County parks, Medieval Dragon Playground in South Bowie Community Center and Woodland Wonderland Playground in Capitol Heights, tested as having elevated levels of potentially toxic lead. It's in the crumb rubber ground mats that kids run on and touch, according to testing by Michigan-based lab The Ecology Center. We took those findings to parents watching their children at Woodland Wonderland Playground.
It's a shame that they don't study what they're going to put first in the grounds so the kids can be safe.
That's another layer of fear. So yeah, that's crazy.
We're concerned about any exposures that may be happening, particularly for children, because they're in developmental stages where lead exposure is particularly impactful. It impacts learning, behavior.
Crumb rubber mats are made of recycled tires. Last year, WUSA 9 broke news about dozens of D.C. public school playground mats that tested as having similarly elevated levels of potentially toxic lead. D.C.'s Department of General Services blamed any lead contamination on lead paint from old school buildings washing into the crumb rubber from rainwater, using pictures to back up the finding. But back in Prince George's County, we noticed what made lead detection at Woodland Wonderland Playground in Capitol Heights different was the fact that it's on a hill and there are no old buildings nearby, so no rainwater could wash lead paint into this crumb rubber. Finding lead on a playground's recycled tire flooring can be hit or miss. According to the Ecology Center and our own series of tests these past 2 years, one can dig out crumb rubber from one spot and find lead, and then not find lead in rubber right next to it. Because of our tests, Prince George's County Parks closed both parks and hired a contractor to test lead levels. Those tests found lead levels below the EPA guidelines, in contradiction to the Ecology Center's tests, so both parks are now reopened after fixing worn and damaged spots.
We want them to feel confident in us and that they can come and have a safe place to have fun.
Prince George's County Parks pledges to test more than 40 additional county playgrounds this year. Maryland delegate Mary Lehman represents Prince George's County and says she finds it wrong that while disposing old tires faces strict regulations and prohibitions in landfills, using recycled tires in playgrounds has little to no regulation.
There are no regulations saying, what you do with those, and that's what I have been trying to tackle with my artificial turf legislation, and I will be bringing that bill back in the 2021 session.
This video shows a natural and less expensive alternative to crumb rubber called engineered wood fiber. But installers of recycled tire playgrounds say their product is safe and that any lead contamination of playgrounds is not because of something toxic with the crumb rubber itself. Parents must now face a choice. If lead has been found in crumb rubber in dozens of playgrounds in the D.C. metro area, do they still let their children play on these surfaces? In Capitol Heights, Maryland, Nathan Baca, WUSA 9.